Hey everyone, welcome back to English to Go, where learning English is simple and enjoyable.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Julia. It is so wonderful to be here with you today.
Julia, can I be honest with you? I almost didn't make it here today. I sat down at my desk this morning and completely zoned out for like 15 minutes.
Zoned out? What were you thinking about?
My breakfast. I was trying to remember whether I actually ate it or just thought about eating it.
Ryan, that is either the most relatable thing I've ever heard or you need more sleep.
Both. Definitely both. Before we jump into today's topic, if you enjoy our chats, please hit that like button right now.
Yes, and please subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. Also, share this video with a friend who is learning English too. It really helps us reach more people just like you.
Okay, so today's topic actually came from something that happened to me last week, a real situation, and it was a little embarrassing.
Oh, do tell.
So I was at a networking event, the kind where you meet new people, make small talk, and this woman came up to me, super friendly, and she said, "So, what does a typical day look like for you?"
That's such a common question.
I know, but I just froze. I stood there going, I wake up, and then I do stuff, and then it's night?
Oh no, Ryan.
It was terrible. She smiled politely and went to get a drink. That was the end of that conversation.
Okay, but here's the thing. So many English learners have been in that exact moment. You know what your day looks like. You live it every single day. But when it comes time to describe it in English, the words just disappear.
Exactly. It's like my brain went completely blank.
Well, that is exactly why we are here today. By the end of this episode, you will have a full toolkit of real English phrases to describe your day naturally, confidently, and without freezing.
Let's make sure nobody else has my embarrassing networking moment.
All right, let's build your day from the very beginning. And I mean the very beginning, the moment the alarm goes off.
Ugh, the worst moment.
The worst and the most important, because this is actually where most people start their daily English practice. So let's talk about morning vocabulary. Ryan, what do you do first thing in the morning?
Honestly, I hit snooze.
Perfect. And that's actually a great phrase. I hit snooze. That means you press the snooze button to get a few more minutes of sleep. You can also say, my alarm goes off at 7, which means it rings, it starts making noise. Or simply, I wake up at 6:30.
My alarm goes off at 6:30. I hit snooze. Twice.
Twice. Okay. So after you finally get up, what happens next? Let's build the sequence. This is what we call your morning routine.
Right. So I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, wash my face.
Yes, and notice those verbs. Get out of, brush, wash, they're all action verbs. Simple, direct, powerful. You can describe almost any morning with these 5 actions. Wake up, get up, brush your teeth, take a shower, and get dressed. That's it. 5 phrases and you've covered most of your morning.
I wake up at 7, I get up, take a shower, brush my teeth, and get dressed. That already sounds like a real answer.
It does, and you know what makes it even better? Adding small details. Instead of just, I take a shower, you can say, I take a quick shower, or I take a long, hot shower in the morning to wake myself up.
Oh, those details make it sound so much more natural.
Exactly. And then there's breakfast. This is where you get to show personality. You can say, I usually have coffee and toast, or I skip breakfast, I'm not a morning person, or even I grab something on the way to work. That phrase, grab something, is very casual and very common.
I love that. I grab a coffee on the way. That sounds so natural.
So for the morning, your key phrases are, my alarm goes off, I hit snooze, I get up, I take a shower, I get dressed, I have breakfast, and I grab something on the way. Start there. That's your morning in English. Okay, now let's get into the middle of the day because this is actually the most interesting part to talk about. And Ryan, this is where your networking conversation fell apart, right?
Yeah, I couldn't describe what I actually do during the day.
Right, so let's fix that. First, the commute. How do you get to work or school? In English, you say, I drive to work, I take the bus, I take the subway, or I work from home. Super simple. And you can add time. My commute takes about 30 minutes.
What if your commute is really bad, like traffic is a nightmare?
You say exactly that. The traffic was terrible this morning, or I got stuck in traffic. That phrase, got stuck in traffic, is something every English speaker uses. It's very natural. And if you take public transport, you might say, the bus was packed, meaning completely full of people.
The bus was packed and I had to stand the whole way.
Perfect. Now, work or school. This part is really important because people ask about it all the time. The key is to describe your work in simple terms. You might say, I work at a company, or I work in marketing, or I'm a student and I have classes in the morning.
But what if your job is complicated to explain?
Then you simplify it. You say what you spend most of your time doing. For example, I spend a lot of time in meetings, or I work on my computer most of the day, or I deal with clients. The phrase I deal with means you work with or handle something regularly.
I deal with emails and meetings most of the day.
That is a real natural sentence. Now let's talk about lunch. This is something people love to discuss. You can say, I take a lunch break around noon. I usually eat with colleagues, or I eat at my desk, meaning you don't take a proper break. And if you go out, I went out for lunch, or we ordered food to the office.
What about the afternoon slump, that feeling where you're exhausted at like 3 p.m.?
Oh yes, the afternoon slump is actually a term people use in real conversation. You can say, I always feel tired in the afternoon, or I needed a coffee to get through the afternoon. That is very relatable. Your listeners will absolutely feel that.
And then after work, going home?
Yes, I finish work at 6. I head home. I leave the office. And the evening has its own vocabulary. You might say, I cook dinner, or we order takeout. That means food delivered to your home. Then I spend time with my family, I relax, I watch TV, I read, or I go for a walk after dinner. All of these are incredibly useful everyday phrases.
You know what I love about this? None of these sentences are complicated. They're all really short and simple, but together they tell a full story.
That is exactly the point, Ryan. Fluency isn't about using big, impressive words. It's about connecting simple ideas smoothly. A full day described in simple sentences is far better than silence while you search for the perfect word. All right, round 3. And this one is my favorite because it's where everything starts to sound natural. Let's talk about how native English speakers actually say these sentences, because rhythm and flow matter a lot.
Okay, like what changes?
The biggest thing is connected speech. In fast, natural English, words blend together. So I get up doesn't sound like 3 separate words, it sounds like I get up. The T and the U connect. Say it with me. I get up.
I get up.
Yes, and I take a shower becomes I take a shower. The AE blend. I go to work becomes I go to work. These are the natural rhythms of English speech.
I go to work. I take a shower. I get up at 7.
Beautiful. And here's another tip. English speakers often use the word usually or normally to describe their routine. This makes it sound more natural and less robotic. Instead of I wake up at 7, try I usually wake up around 7. The word around instead of at also sounds softer and more conversational.
I usually wake up around 7. That does sound much more natural.
And to link your sentences, use small connector words. Then, after that, and then, next. For example, I wake up and then I make coffee. After that, I get ready for work. Then I head out. These connectors turn a list of facts into a flowing story.
Okay, let me try. Ready? I usually wake up around 7. I hit snooze once, just once, and then I get up. I take a quick shower and then make coffee. After that, I grab my bag and head out. By 8, I'm usually on my way to work.
Beautiful. Ryan, that was excellent. That sounded completely natural.
2 weeks ago, I would have just said, I wake up and do things. Look at me now.
Laughing. Incredible growth. And listeners, that's what practice does. One phrase at a time, one day at a time.
And one more thing I want to add. Talking about your night routine is just as important because people ask things like, are you a night owl or an early bird? And it's nice to be able to answer with real detail.
Absolutely. You might say, I wind down in the evening. That phrase means you relax and slow down after a busy day. I watch a show before bed. I read a few pages. I go to bed around 11. Or I try to get 8 hours of sleep. All very conversational, all very natural.
I wind down. That's such a nice phrase. I wind down with a book.
Perfect. Listeners, write that one down. Wind down. It's useful in so many situations. And speaking of practice, let's do a quick word tour of the most useful phrases from today. Ryan, you ready?
Let's go. My alarm goes off at 6:30.
To go off means to start making a sound, ringing or buzzing. We use it for alarms specifically.
My alarm goes off at 6:30 and I immediately want to throw it out the window.
Relatable. Next.
I grab something.
To grab means to quickly take or get something, usually without much planning. It suggests speed and informality.
I usually grab a coffee and a sandwich on my way to the office.
Natural. Next.
Got stuck in traffic.
To get stuck means you can't move or escape a situation. Traffic traps you. You have no choice but to wait.
Sorry, I'm late. I got stuck in traffic for 40 minutes.
Classic excuse, and a real one. Next.
The bus was packed.
Packed means completely full, usually of people. It's informal and very common in everyday conversation.
The bus was so packed this morning that I could barely breathe.
We've all been there. Next.
I deal with.
To deal with means to handle or work with something as a regular part of your job or daily life.
In my job, I mostly deal with customer questions and emails all day.
Great. Next.
Order takeout.
Takeout is food you order from a restaurant to eat at home instead of eating there. In British English, it's often called takeaway.
I was too tired to cook last night, so we just ordered takeout.
The universal Friday night answer. Next.
Wind down.
To wind down means to relax and release stress, especially in the evening after a long, busy day.
I wind down every night by reading for 20 minutes before I sleep.
That's a lovely habit. And our last one.
I head home.
Head, used as a verb, means to travel toward a place. Head home means you start your journey back home.
As soon as the meeting finished, I packed my bag and headed home.
Beautiful work, Ryan. Word tour complete.
That was actually really fun.
Before we go, we have a question for you, and we genuinely want to know your answer. Tell us in the comments below, what is one thing you do every single day? It could be your morning coffee, a walk, a show you always watch at night, anything. Describe it in one English sentence.
Write one sentence below. It is good practice, and honestly, reading your comments is one of our favorite parts of making this show. We read them all.
Thank you so much for listening today. We know your time is valuable, and we really appreciate you spending it with us. Keep going. You are doing better than you think.
English to go. Take it with you.
Bye-bye, everyone.